What's good, y'all? Cameron in the video, shit like that kind of launch. Want to send the next round, Cameron new, and let's hop right into the video, man. So listen, bro. The biggest problem that men face, or one of them, is that you have no idea how to get past the talking stage. Maybe you get a girl's number, maybe you get her Snapchat, maybe you get her Instagram. I don't care what it is, but the biggest problem after you get that contact info, you have no idea how to keep the interest up. You have no idea how to take it to that next level because you barely have experience talking to women at all. So when it comes to the talking stage, you don't really know how to navigate and you end up losing. And a lot of guys end up with so many failed talking stages because they didn't understand these 3 simple steps that I'm going to break down. Now, before we can go through the 3 simple steps, understand step 0, bro. Step 0 is understanding how women work and how relationships work. Realize that within a relationship, it is in a woman's nature to be submissive to the guy that she wants, okay? And it is in a man's nature to be able to choose what woman that is already submitting to him he wants to be in a relationship with. That is how it goes. So when we realize that, when it comes to a talking stage, it's all about her interest level, okay? Gauging her interest level is extremely important because if her interest level is low, the talking stage is gonna be very rocky. It's gonna end up failing, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But if her interest level is high, realize that the talking stage will be generally easy. The problem is that a lot of you deal with women that have not submitted to you. You deal with women that have very low interest or mid-level interest in you, dog. You gotta understand that. And realize that her submitting to you and her showing interest in you is not something that develops over time. It happens pretty much instantly. First day or two of knowing you, first day or two of y'all talking at all, you know what I'm saying? You will know instantly whether or not this woman is submitting to you or not. The problem is that a lot of you are wasting your time because you're too busy looking at her looks, you're too busy looking at her body and her face and whatever, that you failing to recognize that this woman doesn't even like you like that. This girl's not even rocking with you really, and you're failing to recognize whether there's interest or not. And when you do that, you enter into another failed talking stage. I could probably look in all your phones right now and tell you right now, the girl that you're talking to, she has no interest in you, because I'm going to look at it from an objective standpoint. You have to become more objective. And when you become more objective, you start to see signs of whether or not a talking stage is going to work or not, bro. And it's important to see these signs because what's the point in wasting your time talking to a girl when it's not going to lead anywhere, bro? It's not going to lead to a relationship. It's not going to lead to anything healthy, nothing valuable, nothing worthwhile, all right? So with that being said, step 0 out the way. Step 1 to getting out the talking stage, bro. Understand that you have the power as a man. Like I said, bro, her interest level is basically going to dictate how the talking stage goes. But understand this, she should already be submitted by the time the talking stage starts. Okay, the talking stage is not, oh, I'm gonna like coerce her, I'm gonna, you know, game her up or whatever to submit it to me. I'm gonna game her up so that she shows interest in me. No, her interest already has to be here, bro. It's already there. So as a man, if a girl's interest level is high enough in you to get to the talking stage, recognize that you have the power. The ball is in your court. You know what I'm saying? When you recognize that you have the power, you stop caring about what it is that you have to do to say, you know what I'm saying? You don't care about, like, what do I text her, my text game, whatever. All of that goes completely out the window because now you're not looking at it like, how can I impress her? You're looking at it like, how can she impress me? Because as a guy, your role is to choose whether or not you want to be in a relationship with this woman. That is the nature of the relationship, bro. You have to understand that. So when you understand that, the talking stage becomes 10 times easier. Now you recognize, okay, is this girl worth it or not? You know what I mean? You recognize that you already got it, bruh. She's already submitted to you. Okay, there's no real reason for you to be worried or anxious or whatever. Oh, Cam, how do I keep her interested? How do I keep her interested? See, the reason why so many guys fail talking stages is because you're doing X, Y, and Z to try and keep her interested. You're trying to do too much. And when you do too much, you end up losing her because you start doing goofy stuff like over texting or overthinking when you're talking to her. You make situations awkward for yourself because you're not relaxed and just chilling and enjoying the time and building a bond and a connection with the girl that you're talking to. Instead, you're in your head too much. And when you're in your head too much, things tend to go sour, bro. They go south real quick and you end up losing out on that talking stage, bro. That is why most talking stages fail, besides the fact that she probably just didn't have as much interest in you. Now, that's step 1, recognizing that you have the power. Brings me to my next step, step number 2. When you recognize that you have the power, you start to sit back and understand that this is real easy now. It's very simple. You ask this girl to hang out and you observe her attributes. That is step 2. Observe her attributes, her archetype, okay? What is this girl like What is she about? What is she interested? What does she like to talk about? These are important things, because understand that it's not just like for the moment, bruh. This is setting us, talking stage is supposed to be setting up for a potential relationship, okay? And this is why so many relationships suck. They suck because you fail to like step back and look at who this woman really is, okay? We like to look at the surface level stuff. That's why a lot of y'all relationships end after the honeymoon phase, the first few months, because oh, this person's personality really sucks. Oh, she got a fake personality. This can easily be spotted if you take a step back and really look at what a person likes to talk about and really look at what a person does, how they move, what they do in their free time. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, fellas. Sit back and see what kind of girl this person is. Like, what kind of girl is she? Is she really a good girl for me? You know what I'm saying? Is she out going to parties every weekend? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of, even down to what kind of music she listens to. You know what I'm saying? Who is she influenced by? What does she want to be when she gets older? Does she have hopes, goals, dreams? Does she want to be a mother? Does she want to be a wife? Does she believe in being a submissive wife, or is she a feminist that feels like she should be the one in charge? Does she believe in 50-50? What does she believe in? If you weed out what she's about at this stage right here, I promise you, if you get to the relationship, it will go a lot smoother and a lot better than if you hadn't, bro. This is an extremely, extremely important step. And understand that this is the first weed out step, bro. This is a weed out step because if you see things that are obvious red flags, then you know that it is time to pull up out of there. It's time to get up out of there. Ghost her, I don't know, tell her it's not gonna work out. Whatever it is you're gonna do, that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see any red flag, see anything that you don't like. And don't be afraid to be picky as a man, bro. I think we get so caught up in trying to get as many options as possible that we stop caring about the quality of our options, bro. The quality of your options is just as important, or actually is more important than how many options that you have, bro. Because you can have a whole lot of options and it could be all poor quality women, bro. Let's just be honest. So stop trying to be, I'll just get whatever I can take, bro. Get rid of that mindset and start adopting the mindset that it's quality over quantity. Okay, you want good women. Be picky, fellas. It's okay to be picky, because understand that when you're dating somebody, bro, the whole point is to date to marry. Because if you're not dating to marry, then what are you dating for? To just break up in a few months? What's the point? What's the point in that? All you're gonna do is bring more heartbreak and more confusion and more pain to people. All right, so you are looking for wifely qualities. I don't care if you in high school or whatever the case may be, bro. You're looking for wifely qualities, dog. And if she doesn't display those, and she's just good for the moment, or she just can get your rocks off or whatever the case, bro, if that's all she can provide as a woman, bro, and she doesn't have any kind of wifely qualities, she's not a good person or whatever, bro, then go ahead and just cut it off and just end the talking stage right there. Don't be afraid to end it either, bro. Stop being scared, dog. And don't be scared to be picky. All right, that brings me to step numero tres, bruh. Step number 3, gauge her interest level. Okay, if you are observing her attributes, you know what I'm saying, you see she's a good person. Now you can get to this third step, which is gauging her interest level over time. Now, like I said, she already should be submitted to you, but sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not she's submitted to you, because we understand that women are indirect. Okay, she's indirect, so she's not gonna just straight up say at the beginning of the talking stage, like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. She's not gonna say that off rip. All right, she's gonna wait and she's gonna give signs, not necessarily choosing signals, but she's gonna give little hints as to, I want to be in a relationship with you. Right now, we know that the biggest one of those hints is her being like, so what are we, or whatever the case may be. But understand that as a man, bro, you don't even have to wait for that. You can see whether or not this is going in a good place or not by seeing, is she texting you first ever? Has she ever texted you first? It's not that she has to text you first every time, but does she ever make the effort? Does she make the effort to want to hang out with you, or are you always going to hang out with her and she's just like, oh, okay. What is her body language like? What is her general attitude like when she's hanging out with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it like? You know what I'm saying? Just observe these things. Observe how she acts around you, how she reacts. You know what I'm saying? If she talks to her friends about you or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Just pick up on like little things, just little things. You know what I mean? When she's talking to you, does she talk to you with respect, or does she just talk to you like any old kind of way, like a homie, like a brother? You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for that one. Understand that sometimes women will get into talking stages with you and not really like you. And we know that they do this because they just want attention. And when they just want attention, you're going to end up actually liking her. And now you just wasted your time and all this. So it is important to make sure that you gauge her interest. Now, a way to, if y'all been talking for a while, let's say like a month or so, maybe 2 months. I've been talking for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and she hasn't really asked the question, so what are we? You don't have to necessarily ask or wait to ask for that question. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait for her to say that. There's an easy way to get to that, bro. All you have to be like is, okay, so, tell me about your past relationships, or say something like along the lines of, So like, what do you think it would be like if we was in a relationship? And just gauge her answer. It's very, very easy, bro. It's not very like difficult. Just have a couple of deep conversations with her, bro. And I think the reason why like so many guys are like, oh, what do you mean? Like, you make it sound so simple. Well, it really is that simple. It's just that you lack the social skills necessary to do that. And the reason you lack the social skills necessary is because you got too much anxiety and fear in the way, bro. Understand that you got to get rid of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be successful talking to girls, if you want to be in a relationship, then you're going to have to get rid of all those feelings, bro, because nothing worth having ever comes easy. You're going to have to go through being uncomfortable. You're going to have to go through situations where you may not want to do something or may not want to say something, but if it's worth having, then you got to go through that little bit of discomfort. There's no progress without discomfort, bro. You got to understand that. So get out of your shell and don't be afraid to ask those questions. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get the answer you like, then it's all cool. Just let it go. Maybe y'all not on the same page. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just gave y'all the 3 steps, secret 4th step right here, bro. Understand that maybe the talking stage won't work. And you just have to be ready for that. You have to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you misread her. Maybe you just, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect. But ultimately, again, it's going to be predicated and based off of how interested she is in you. If she is very interested in you, then these steps, yes, while they're important, you don't have to do them to an exact T. Because if she's very interested in you, she is going to make it very, very easy and very, very obvious. You don't have to do too much, bruh. And when you're in these talking stages, understand that there is no certain set amount of time that you should have before you enter a relationship, bro. All it is if she fulfills what you need and what you want in a woman, you know what I'm saying? And if she's interested in you, and if she fulfills all that, if she checks all the boxes, then there's no reason to wait, because otherwise now you're just wasting her time and you're wasting your own time. And a lot of guys do that, where, you know, they got a girl that they're talking to and maybe she checks all the boxes, but oh, I don't know. Well, that's just because you want to be lustful and you're not ready for a relationship yourself. So if you're not ready for a relationship yourself, then what is the point of being in a talking stage with this woman, bruh? Oh, so I can get free coochie, huh? You know what I mean? It's easy. Well, let me tell you something about that. It's really not that valuable. And honestly, you're probably setting yourself up for failure, because you might be catching something or you might end up with a child. And you don't want that, because I know a lot of y'all is young. Y'all 18 to 24. I see the demographics. Okay, probably even younger. A lot of y'all probably high school. You know what I'm saying? College. Either way, a lot of y'all probably don't want children at this point in your life. Not in this stage. Not if you clicked on a video talking about talking stages. You probably don't want children right now. All right. So understand that at the end of the day, in summary, to wrap it all up, the talking stage is not that difficult. It's very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is remember that it's based on her interest, right? So since it's based on her interest for the most part, like 95%, she's controlling of it. There's no reason for you to stress over it or worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Stop caring if you're in the talking stage, bro. If you're in the talking stage, things will take care of themselves. And understand that the Lord, if this is the right woman for you, then you will be in a relationship with her. He's going to set it up to where it's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And if the Lord don't want you with a woman, bro, then he's going to make that abundantly clear, definitely in the way that she acts or her lack of interest or whatever. But you just have to be able to pick up on these things as a man, bro. But a lot of y'all don't understand that because you lack experience with women. And so this video was just to really help y'all out with, you know, the talking stage, you know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I'm out of here. I love y'all. Peace.